Hello, everybody. 6 o'clock, time for a brand new one-day special. My name is Scott, and I'm very proud to bring to you the very first live show of the brand new one-day special, of course, which is lovely for Elizabeth Craft Design. Now, I know that this is going to be really, really busy. Before we've even not done anything yet, and we're now already approaching 10% of the stock where people are already now shopping ahead. So please, 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 please make sure that you do not miss out on this. It is a huge bundle, and there's so many wonderful, wonderful elements in this, actually. And the saving that you see on the screen really doesn't do it justice, because actually there's so many savings across the board. When you actually carry over all over the savings that you're going to get from them individually, when you put them all together, the actual saving you're getting is over £39 saving. Now, if you're a Freedom member, on top of that, actually, that saving works itself to be at £53.24 with your delivery included in that. So there's some huge, huge savings to be had across the board. And there's some lovely papers. We've got some lovely dies. We've got some fantastic stamps. And we've also got a wonderful guest as well, which is going to take you through all of this. And by the magic of Skype, I walk over here, and I should hope if we just do a little click, Elves should be there. Hey! Good evening, Elves.
Hi, how are you, Scott?
I'm very well, thank you. It's lovely to see you here with us in the studio. And how are things with you? Are you well?
Yes, it's absolutely, yeah, it's actually a beautiful day here because we had snow, fresh snow this morning, which of course, because of the theme of this show, like winter, mystical winter, I thought, well, it was really, really appropriate. So drove down here to the studio, and I'm all ready to go. It's a absolutely fantastic collection. I have to say, Charlene and Ilse, the designers of the line, have done such a fantastic job. We are, very happy with that.
Oh, you should be. You should be. I know that it is going to get very, very, very busy indeed. Like I say, Els, already 10% of the stock has already gone, and literally we're just saying hello to you for the first time on the live programme. So I know it's going to get very, very, very busy indeed for everything here. Now, I know that you've got a lot of the samples there at your end that we can look at, but we'll go through these in sections, Els, to start with, and we're starting off with our stamps. So what can you tell us a little bit about the stamp collection, just of those of them to start with on their own? What can you tell us about these, Els?
Well, you know, I can say that the boys are very acrobatic because they're upside down, but that's how they come in the set. But both Charlene and Ilse made a boy and a girl, or a man and a woman, in the stamp set. So that is actually from Ilse. Yeah,
I'll do a bit of both.
Yeah, they're both acrobatic. Yeah, so that's from Ilse, and then the other set is from Charlene, and they both have boys, so sons. So they said, well, we need to do a boy in the line as well, because they always did the girls. And actually, people love it. First response has been really, really nice.
Yeah,
so
I'm not surprised.
It's a fantastic, it's really fun to colour, I have to say. I have samples to show for that.
They are lovely, they are lovely. And now I'm loving these, actually, the boxy numbers. There's real quirkiness about these. Yeah,
they are, and they made three sets in there, basically. So you have the large one that you can color and cut out, and then you have the small ones that are solid and open. And if people have the line from Ilse and Charlene that we had on the show earlier, they match the letters that we had in an earlier show.
Right.
So it's you can use them separate, of course, but they also match the letters, the alphabet.
They are lovely. OK. Then we've also moving on to the flowy florals. Lovely words, by the way, as well. But these are lovely, very graceful.
Yeah. So those are 4 different patterns, and if you see the one at the bottom there with the 3 petals and the 4 petals, you will see that also comes back in the dies, because that's what Ilse and Charlene do. They really make it complete. Like everything comes back in the paper, in the stamps, and in the dies. So that's what's so wonderful about it.
Yeah. So they will work together. If people are going to go for the complete set for those, they really will do. I have to say though, some of my favourite is what we're looking at now, Els. I love Birdsong. I just think this is some of the cutest stamp you're going to see.
Yeah. So that's the owl and the bird, and then that wintry theme, like with the antlers that you can put like on the boy, on the girl, like as decoration, and then the bird feet as well that you will find back in a stencil, for instance. So Yeah, I have that one colored as well. It's really, really nice.
They're very, very cute. Really like those. In fact, everything across the board I really do love. I love the frosty patterns as well. Again, I'm sure you can create some really fantastic elements in backgrounds with these as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that are really nice background stamps. And I love the circle because, if you stamp that and then with embossing powder, that's just absolutely beautiful. I love those designs.
Yeah, they are. I love them. Again, they are beautiful. If you want to go for the stamps, you've got 55 stamps. If you would like to go for those on their own, details for that as a complete stamp bundle at the bottom of your screen, 228584. Now, they're on stamps alone of 58.94. Now, don't go for those just yet because I want you to see the whole saving with the whole collection, how they all work together. So we'll talk to you now regarding the dies bundle, of course, when we look at these. And again, I know already we can see those top ones we're looking at here, again, that will match beautifully with those in the stamps we've just seen, Els.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the die set that goes with the stamp, and then you see the branches, and then the extra on there is the pocket. So that pocket fits on the pages.
Right.
So I think that's just a kind of a quirky line there. So that's kind of fun. Just a fun element there.
Yes, yeah. And again, we've got lots of other elements. I mean, there's a huge amount in here with all the dies, actually, as we go through them. There's so many parts individually that can work together. Again, I know we've still got them with the numbers as well, but there's just so many elements all together here, from the ribbons to the bows, the extra parts as well with the floral looks. But so I'm loving the houses.
Yeah, so that's actually a house pocket die. So you can see that's a trifold. So you have, so it's like a house that you fold together. Oh, I see you have some samples maybe from Paula. No, I don't think that's the one. She used the houses there, so that's really nice.
She has got, I know Paula done them. Yes, I'll take no credit. Lovely Paula done these, I do believe. And, but again, you can sort of see, again, that lovely...
That is actually really, really nice what she did there.
Gorgeous,
that's
isn't it?
Actually an idea that Yeah, that's an idea, Scott, as well. If you do that's the window. That's at the bottom there. But if you cut that twice and you attach that together, you can actually make like for a votive holder, around a votive holder. That idea. So that's really nicely done from Paula. I love that.
Yeah, beautiful, absolutely fantastic. We've still got a few more dies to share with you as well. How's this one work out then?
Well, that is basically like a composition of all kind of squares, but you see berries there. There's a snowflake. At the top it says winter, so that's hard to read because it's mirrored. But it's a really, really nice background to use. And you can use it in one part, but of course you can also trim little pieces from that.
Yeah, yeah. Love it. And one final set as well to work for. I'm loving these. Now, these for me, these I think are my favourites, of course, because I think these look absolutely beautiful. And I have got a page already that's been cut through. This, again, that's been worked together. But I just thought that this was such a pretty, pretty die to work with on that.
Oh, wow.
Els, I love this one.
Yeah, that is, oh, wow, she did a great, I love the black and white and like the black, white and silver there. That is really, really nice.
Very pretty, isn't it? I mean, look, even makes these lovely people look attractive, doesn't it, really? And so that's how effective it is. Ben's right next to me, by the way, the floor manager just there as well. I love that. Yeah, gorgeous die.
Yeah, she did a really nice job there.
And we've got just a few more just to still show. There's a massive, massive bundle. We've got, what's it, 1 to 5 of these ones on the strips.
Yeah, those are the words, and so it says. Let me see. It says snowflakes, frosty, and winter, and then you have the snowflake, and you can cut it on the side of your page, but you can also just cut it in a strip and attach it to a page. They are really, really nice. I have those cut out, so I'm absolutely going to show those. Yeah, lovely, lovely. That's fantastic. Oh, we've got our final set to show as well, Els, on this one, including our lovely Christmas trees. They've got some lovely shapings on these. Lovely feel about them. Yeah, you know, they're really fun to use. And the window, you see that's actually the window that you showed in the first sample from Paula. Oh, yeah. So you can make shaker pages with that. But, of course, you can just make them like as a window and then decorate them as Paula did there. I've got that. That's that beautiful. One, yeah. So we are looking at, if you'd like to go for all 56 dies, 78.94. That's 388,754. But again, the biggest saving, of course, is going to be when you go for the complete collection. But it's entirely what works for you, of course. Now, let's just talk now about how we put all these together. And we've got some really
beautiful papers to work with. Just talk to us a little bit about the general sort of overall inspiration regarding these, because these are 13 sheets that we're looking at here, all, of course, on your 12 by 12, but they are beautiful, beautiful collections. I could just flick through if you want to just have a chat through as well as I do that, Els.
Yeah, the Mystical Winter, that is, I honestly, if I say that is the most beautiful paper I've ever seen, I don't lie. And it's not because it's Elizabeth Gravely size, but it's, I absolutely am in love with that paper. Yeah, and show the other side as well, Scott. It's 13 sheets, like double-sided, so the front has a print as well. But if you see, it's all wintry scenery. So if you turn it around, yeah, and then look at that. Look at the frost there. And then if you see at the back there, you see a pattern there, and that then comes back in the stencil. So it's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous paper.
They are absolutely stunning, I can tell you. I know that it's really, really busy for the paper pad on its own. Actually, if you think about this one, if you want to add this into your bundle to go with, of course, it's only £11.99 that we're looking at here for this one. If you want to add it onto the bundle, 086928. But there's some really striking images on these, Els, which is so lovely.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, and the layering that the ladies did with the leaves, with the frost, with the snowflakes, it's just absolutely stunning. Yeah. And so you have the front page has like a pattern on the back, and then you have 12 other pages, and they kind of interchange. So the designs, so there's actually 2 pages that's kind of a miss thing that we missed, like 2 pages the same, but all the other ones interchanged. So it's just, it is, look at that, it's just absolutely beautiful.
That is beautiful.
You see the layers of patterns there.
It's the crispness of the image as well that I think, Els, that makes it look so beautiful.
Yeah, it's yeah. Honestly, when I saw the paper, I was like instantly in love. It's absolutely gorgeous.
They are stunning. We'll continue on with those. We'll have a little bit of chance to look through the rest because I want to give all the pages some justice on those. But they are beautiful. If you want to go for the pad on its own, 086928, just £11.99, you can add that in. Now, if that wasn't enough for you on a complete one-day special, then we have got some beautiful stencils to work. Now, we've got a still that we can show you a picture of here, but I know that obviously you'll see them in a bit more detail with Els. I'm sure we'll be working with these to look at. But just to have a quick chat through regarding all of the stencils here, Els.
Send those, but it's a set of 10 little stencils, and people might recognize that from the summer special. We had 10 little stencils there, so you can put them on a ring, and the patterns there are absolutely adorable. And you will see a pattern there's on the top, there's one that you see back on the paper. So there's all kind of different designs in there, and they are, because they're the size of the planner of the TN, it is really easy to use. So you can do a full page, but you can also choose to do part of the stencil on a page. And I have them here, so I can show you that as soon as I get to demo. I can show you my samples of the stencils.
No, that's brilliant.
But
that's we'll come to you. Sure. I'll tell you what we'll do, Els. We will just finish off down the counter, and then we'll come back to you for your demonstrations, and we'll see those in a little bit more detail then with regards to those stencils. So I think you have to reposition a camera for us, and we'll come straight back to you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Scott.
OK, see you in a moment. See you in a moment. Oh, I love Els. Bye-bye. It's absolutely brilliant. Now then, just wanted to let you know, we are now already at 30% of the one-day special already now allocated. As I say, there is so much in there to go for those savings. You'll work it out, but I'm sure when you see them again, working through with Els, you'll get inspired with so much, which is phenomenal. Now, we have got some extra pieces, of course, on the show we can also add for you that you can choose from. These are lovely now. These are the insets that you can look at here. We've got the floral inset, and we've got the beautiful decorative inset. Now, that'll give you 7 on each, 14 dies in total across those. And these are lovely. They've also got a saving here as well of £9. So for both of those sets, down from 30 to 21.98. And I'm sure we're going to see some of these also in the presentations, of course, from Els as we go through. 733 719 if you'd like to go for the floral insert and the decorative insert die sets, both of those. That is absolutely beautiful. Right. We've also got some brand new journals that we can show to you. And again, these are absolutely fantastic, actually. We've got the gorgeous journal, the Traveller's Notebook. So we've got the ochre to start with that we can look at, £12.49. This has never been seen on the show before, so it is absolutely brand new, ready to go, of course, and designed perfectly to go with this. And, of course, you've got your elasticated centre that to bring it all together and all your pages that are in there. So really lovely quality. 030 is 962 for the first one. Now, if you like your cool grey, and this is absolutely fantastic, this one. 1249 197073. Again, brand new on the show for you today. Same concept as you're looking at on the elasticated centrals that you can see on that. But that is really, really sharp looking. That is fantastic. That do love that design. Really nice indeed. It's again the cool grey. Lives up to its name beautifully. We've also got the olive green that we can bring to you as well. Now, this one, we have got the Elizabeth, you can see the Elizabeth craft designs on the back there printed in, but that lovely green. But then, as we move that round, you get that really lovely golden splash of the gold that comes in. Now then, this one is 1349. It's a little bit extra special, isn't it, this one? Really lovely, and this one, 709625. And again, exactly the same, but that really beautiful colouring on that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous if you want to go for that one? 709625. And then last but not least, we have got for you here the final one to bring to you here as well, which is the beautiful, this is your vintage brown of your leathers here, 1249 426 171. And again, that lovely concept for you. But really, whatever your projects are going to go into there, what stylish way of working with them, 426 171. Now, if I say the word washi tape, it's always one of those. It becomes a real manic rush for them to get into people's baskets and get checked out. And exactly the same is going to happen on these one. Now, there are 12 here. You're going to get all 12 on this collection for you. There are 5 metres on each of these washi tapes that you look at. And these are gorgeous. They are absolutely fantastic. So you will be getting all of these that you can see. And again, you don't need a lot of your washi tape, do you, on your projects for it to make a nice impact. And you get in all of these. Some really lovely colours and your lettering on there. You've got your thicknesses that have got a variable across all of those also, but really nice. Now, I will say, for the whole set of 12, they are going to go very quickly indeed, as you would expect from Elizabeth Craft. 475 353 is your item code. If you've got just 1 ounce inside of you now thinking, oh, I think I'd like to use those, follow your heart. Get in quick, because I think the first thing I'm going to say is sold out will be these. 475 353 1799. So, you are watching the fantastic one-day special launch. We're going to be going straight over to Elves in a second. I want to tell you, though, before I do that, that a third of the stock has now already gone. Now, the dispatch we're looking at, by the way, is a few days away only, until the 11th of December. So not that long to wait, of course, but well worth the wait by the time you get it, especially for me. I'm loving those papers as well. Now, if you're a Freedom member, by the way, you've got some fantastic offerings on this one. A saving of actually, I think it's over £53 saving on this one, which is a phenomenal. So why not go for this? You're looking at £128.12. That includes your postage and your packaging, and that gives you all of the stencils, all of the dies, all of the stamps and all of those beautiful papers also. If you want to go for your flexi, you can. 3 payments, of course, it can be split across. It's £142.36 and your first payment is just £42.71 only. Right, without any further ado, should we go back and see, and I think she's ready for us, the lovely Els with our first demonstration of your brand new one-day special. Over to you, Els.
Yeah, hi Scott. Yeah, I want to, before I go to demo, I want to show samples first, and the stencils, of course. So I promised that. So these are the stencils, and I put like a die. There's a die actually that matches that. But so you see that pattern. But what I wanted to say is, like, if you see that pattern, that comes back in the paper. You see that element here. So that's kind of what they do with the layering of the designs. So it all matches. You see, I'm just going to flip through that.
One thing,
you see, it's really...
One thing about Elizabeth Craft, isn't it, Els, that, you know, that the thought that goes into everything, certainly on a collection, it always pays dividends when you start putting all these elements together, from the stencils and the stamps and the dies and the stamps and then the papers behind it. You can't help but create beautiful work with these, can you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's absolutely true. And that's with the line, with the paper and the dies and the stamps, that it all comes together. That is just really nice. So you recognize this one from the die sets. You see, so all those stencils, the bird feet that go with the stamp. So you can use that. You see, so that's all. I'm just going to show them all. So, oh, this one, I use that one. I love that. I think about like Scandinavia sweater, like
yeah,
right
that's
away
great.
When
I love it.
One.
They're all fabulous.
Yeah, they are. They are. And then I have two TNs that I want to show, and then I can go to demo. So those are the 10 stencils. They come in a pack like this, and then of course you can put them on a ring yourself.
Yeah.
So that's that one. And then these are the 4 colors of TNs, of course. So the olive, the vintage, and then the ochre, and the cool gray. And so these are the 2 new colors. And if I show you that, again, matching, you see, think about the paper, so you can see it's matching there. If I take other papers, so, and that's what I mean, that the ladies think about everything. You see, if you see this, the ochre comes back. If you see this, like the cool gray, the winter tones come back. So that is what's so stunning about it. So
Cool grey is in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, I can imagine, and that will be sold out because, you know, that's not a huge. We have quite a few, but this one will be sold out quickly, I guess,
Yes,
because
it is.
we
It's
didn't
going
get
quick.
them all in yet. So
approaching
I can
40%
imagine.
of the cool grey already. Approaching 40% of those already, Els.
Yeah. If people want that, they need to get their hand on it because we will be like it's gone for a few weeks before that, because transportation these days, you know, plays part in everything. So let me flip you through this one. So this one I kind of working on myself. So you see right away, you see the window here, you see the star from the paper, you see that cinnamon background. I did some embossing powder, and then here I did a matching star. These are the boxy numbers you see here, 2020. So this is going to be my winter one. So I'm starting this already. So I have some decorated in the house. But look at that paper. You know, the paper is absolutely stunning.
Beautiful. Oh, a little cheeky photograph of you there, Els.
You know, that's actually because it's going to be my winter one, but we went out for dinner. Now it's not possible again anymore because everything is closed. But we went out for dinner, and normally we do that a lot, but these days not. So it was kind of, you know, it's kind of getting special again.
Yeah,
so
it is.
I thought I'd put it in there. Yeah, so I have a lot of things to work on. You see, so here, these stamps are from the planner. Here I made a shaker. So these were in the show like a few weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago or last week. Here you see that background. And you know, it's kind of hidden behind the girl here. But here you see the winter. So that is that the cubic background. And I have it cut here because then you can show it better. I have it with tape on the back. Oh, let me turn it around. So here you see the word winter. Here you see the snowflakes, the berries. And that one I kind of put on the window there. I have vellum behind it. So that's kind of how that looked.
Yeah,
and here you have
lovely.
one of the stencils. You see? One of the stencils. And then here that those 2 little trees. Those are so adorable. And they're such a nice little detail. And then here's one of the borders. You see, so here I did embossing powder, and that's one of the stencils.
That's nice.
And some things I might add to, and some pages I will keep really simple. But you see, I still have lots to work in.
Yeah.
And what I did with this one, I only used the paper from the paper pack because I love that so much. I know there's one little thing that's different, but I'll get to that in a second. Here's the owl, you see?
My favourite.
And then here and then here the stencil. And then here I use those antlers on the little pocket. You see, just kind of as an extra touch. And that is what is so, here the stamp. And that is what's so wonderful about this. It's just, here the cinnamon stencil. And then this is the only thing I have different in there. And a tea bag. But this is from like one of those things that they have in a carousel that you can make music with. You see those holes here? I don't know how it's called.
Wow.
Music roll. And that actually is Frosty the Snowman. So I thought that's appropriate to put in here.
Very apt. The detail.
I know. So here you got the shaker again. Here that leaf. That leaf is absolutely gorgeous. And I have that here. Let me show you. I have that in different, all prepped. And, you know, if I want to, here you see those little trees.
Lovely.
But here you see all those leaves in burlap, in gold foil, in pieces, because it's really nice. That leaf is absolutely stunning. So I made a stamp out of it already. Here you see that's the gentleman, and that's the branch and the snowflakes. That's actually one we had on the show last week, I think. Here you see the houses. And here you see Frosty, you see? So here I used one of those borders.
Yeah.
Instead of using it on the edge, I cut it separate and stuck it to the bottom. So that's all up to you. Here, a little heart that's in one of the sets. The boy here. Here I use those leaves. Look at that. Because I had those we had like snow early and the leaves are still on. So what I kind of try to replicate here is kind of that you still see some color of the fall leaves, and then with some white embossing powder. And here you see that frosty, you see used on the side. And then here I have one with a stencil in it, with a tag in it. That comes with that house die, by the way. Oh, I think we forgot that. Wait, let me get it. Just a second.
That's okay. Don't worry.
A second. Yeah, this one. So that's the house. You see, so you have the numbers, you have all those elements, the little house, the tree, the heart. But if we turn it around, Scott, there is that tag.
Oh.
There's a tag there. We forgot to,
We did forget to show that. I apologise.
Yeah, so no, that's fine. That's a tag, and then with a pattern in there. So you can use that pattern separate, or you can use it on the tag.
There we are. We've got it now. We're just showing it on our side as well now, Els, so you know we've got it.
Oh, perfect. Yes. That's one of the borders. And here you see the paper. Here I did a stencil. So I'm just, that's kind of how I work. There are people that are doing page by page. I kind of cut my pages and then just start playing because I just love to play. That's one of the girls again, you see. That's also on the house. I'm stenciling. And that is a page with a bird. I gave him a little bit of twine so he can build his nest. Some splattering here. This is the stamp. I put this here because here you see the die and the matching stamp. You see, and here's a snowflake border, some stenciling. You see, so there's lots and lots going on here. Oh, here, the numbers again. And here you see the tree and the snowflake, and then the word snowflakes here. So it's a super cool set. What I will do, I will say... Yes, sorry?
No, I was just going to say, Els, it's a very, very sharp, very contemporary feel about winter and everything that goes with that, from the nature, from the characters, from the creatures, from the birds, from the font as well that's been used, and then with the sharpness of those crystal clear images that you get with the paper. It's a very 2020 contemporary feel about the overall collection that you've created here, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and all credit to Charlene and Ilse, of course. But they are, they're young as well, so that makes a difference, of course. So it's really, really nice. And this actually has their work in it, so I will save that. Shall I save that one for the second hour as a walkthrough?
Yeah,
I set up my demo first.
Yeah, let's have a look at the demo if that's okay. We can keep us on our toes for our we've got another hour together on our second hour actually, Els. So keep you in suspenders for that one.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that. I'll set up, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, we'll let you set. Do you want a minute or so just to set up then, and we will just give you an update of where we are. We are approaching. It's so busy, everybody. We're approaching 40% of the entire stock of the one-day special. Now, it's meant to last until 6 o'clock tomorrow. We'll see how we go with that. Now, of course, you can go for these individually. Some of those, if there's anything you really want, because, we're looking at maybe budgets, for example, and thinking, but I still really want to. Now, you can go for some of those elements individually if you wanted to. But I'd say if you've got your eye on one in particular, get in quick, because quite a few of the individuals have already sold out on their own. So please, 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 please make sure you don't miss out on these. I know we've just been talking a lot there with regarding the stamps and some of the images and also on the dies. Let me just finish off with some of the paper. Now, we got about halfway through, but it is really, really busy. Now, if you are thinking about going for the paper pads on its own, I'm not surprised. $11.99 only, 086928, but we are approaching 30%. It's a big, big stock we had. We're approaching 30% of the entirety on here. I know that we've actually got them all laid out, so you'll see both sides, I think, as we go through. So if I'm not flipping them over, don't feel you have to yell at the television saying, show me the other side, Scott. What we've done is we've laid them all out so you can see as we go through them here, each of those, both sides, as we go through. So you will see them. But they really are beautiful, beautiful images that we can see, aren't they? I mean, I know we've just seen elements of these in some of those little workbooks, of course, that Els was showing us. But there's so much to bring out that you can use, especially at that size of those little pieces together, where you can capture so many elements here, which they are beautiful. And they do have an absolute sharpness about the images. I mean, there's a real crystal clear image that you're going to find of them. They are absolutely beautiful. Let's just show you. There we go. One more again that we can sort of see, which of all those elements, but very contemporary, very sharp, very crisp, which is lovely about all of these. 340038 if you go for the entire collection. We are approaching approaching for the entire collection. We are at 40% now, the entire collection for this for you. And again, if you want the pad on its own, it is going very, very quickly. 086 928. That's only $11.99 for your 13 sheets. Right, let's go straight back over to Els then and see if Els is there to take us live via Skype, of course, there with our first of our actual demonstrations together. Over to yourself then, Els.
Yeah, so what I did, Scott, I cut a page, and I know we have those on the show as well, because I put in the show the two basic sets that we... there are two sets, and I think, I don't know if you have them there, but we put in those two sets in the show,
yes.
If I'm correct.
We've been showing them off earlier on, just while you were moving the camera around, Els. We've shown them, yeah, lovely.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so that's the one I use for this page. Then I put that pocket there. And what I want to do first, I like the rough edges on the paper. So I kind of, I do that every now and then you can distress it a bit if you want to. So just some distressing on there. And what I did, I started another one. So I started like a one in the ochre myself.
Ah, yes.
And what I want to say about this, about the TN, what you basically can do, you can make it into like, I like to add little pictures. And I know Ilse and Charlene do that as well, because that makes it more personal. But it's mostly like, I use mostly also as an art journal, kind of, just to play, to paint, to, just to try things. And that's what I love about the concept, that you can make it a little photo. Oh, I did tape already. You can make it a little photo book. Or you can make it like as an art journal, or you can combine it. We have I have to say, we have some very talented people in the UK as well. And one is on our design team for this line. It is Tracy Bentroff, and she posts a lot on the ECD planner and journaling group.
Oh yeah,
because that's where the customers and our Facebook friends post their projects as well. And if you see what the people do there, that is just amazing. That is just amazing. So it's really inspiring, I have to say. So I put a pocket in here. And what I started here, you see for this one, I just cut some pages. Here I have like the snowflake border. And before I can make some pages, and then I can change them around, of course. So I just put some pages in here. Here you see that pattern from that label. I actually used a paper bag there, which I thought was, you can put, there's some washi tape here. You see, so this is kind of a new one that I just started. There's some washi tape here. And, just started to play with that. And that's kind of how I work, because I don't like, especially in my crafts, of course, we have so many rules and regulations everywhere. And in my crafts, I prefer not to have that.
Yeah.
So that you can really do what you like to do. And that's what I love to do. So I'm going to add some embossing powder to the flowers. So I cut those out of the yellow cardstock, kind of an ochre yellow cardstock, kind of to make it a little bit matching. And I'm using a dabber here. You can use like any ink that holds embossing powder, of course. I think this one, it's hard to see with this one, but I have the pad as well, but I think it works. So I just add a little bit of that ink there. Then I'm going to take my yellow here, embossing powder. And you can do gold. Gold is nice on here as well. That's all up to you, of course. That's all personal. That's all personal. But I like it that it's kind of matching the paper bit. Yeah. And I had this in my stash because, check out your stash. There's so many gorgeous embossing powders out there that you can, I'm pretty sure Hochanda has embossing powders.
Oh, yes. We've got plenty on there for people to find. Have a little search through. But there are some lovely colours on the papers. The papers, I mean, even they've got a sort of quite a monochromatic kind of feel about them. But when you get those bursts of colours, even the whites and the silvers, or the stars and the golds, or some of the florals coming through with the yellows and the reds, etc., they really stand out so beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is really that's what I say. That's what I like. And of course, it makes crafting easier as well it helps you a little bit if it's kind of all comes together. Yeah. And everybody has their own style, and that's what's so nice about it. Because if I see what people create on that in that group that we have. It is amazing. And I have to say, I share a lot on the Hochanda Facebook group as well. So,
great.
yeah, so a lot that we had on the show, because I love it, of course, that people can get ideas from how to use what they bought on Hochanda. So I post a lot of it on the Hochanda group as well. So you can find lots of inspiration there.
Great.
So let me see. So I have that, and then I'm just going to start putting it together. I think my flowers go in the back here first, because I love that little birdie with the flowers. Yeah. And I'm going to take a little bit of glue, and you can take any glue for this, of course. I just happen to have oh, you know what I could have done as well? How much? Oh, time goes so fast always on those shows.
We've got about 19 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I want to do a little bit of stenciling there, because it just makes it, because I want to bring this pattern back here a little bit. So I opened a pack and didn't put them on the ring to save time. Here you go. You see, so that pattern, I'm going to stencil that a bit. And if that dries quickly, actually my paste is dry. So it's almost, you know, I need to kind of get a new one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stencil a little bit here, because those little stencils are just adorable. Yeah. They are adorable. And people absolutely love the stencil. And you get 10 different patterns. Yeah, just a little bit here, you see, because that kind of matches that. And then I want to have that back here a little bit. So I'm going to turn it around.
I tell you, the stencils on their own as well are proving very popular. Over 3/4 of the stencils on their own as a set have already now been allocated in the first hour. So, well, the first 36 minutes. So really are proving really, really popular. People are wanting to go for the stencil pack on their own. The details for those are at the bottom of our screen. 746819 is your item code, and they're just $15.49. But as you can see, they are absolutely beautiful complement to go with the papers, as you've seen from Elves as she's bringing out those shapes. 80% of the stock of the stencils on their own has now gone. Otherwise, it'll be only part of the entire pack.
Oh, okay. So they need to give you a call now.
Yes, they do. Yeah, just while you're drying, they need to put them into their basket at the same time.
He's probably watching, so he probably heard it already. But I don't know about inventory, so that's not my. But I know we send a lot, so yeah. But honestly, it's you know, you have 10 different designs, of course, which is great. Okay, so it's not perfectly dry, but dry enough. And of course, if you want to, you can watercolor over that, so you can add some watercolor there. But just for time's sake, let's. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue there. And of course, you can make them shorter as well. So if you want to, you can. I'm going to put this a little bit. And I just did a little bit of glue in the center here, because I like it that it's kind of, you know, that it doesn't stick down all the way. Yeah. Same with the bird. I'm only going to do his feet a little bit and in the center. So I'm not going to stick it all the way down. Look at that. Isn't it? You know, and it's so much fun to work on. And I call it these. So these are from those, the flowy florals, I think. The stamp set. And yeah, so this is coloring and then fussy cutting. And those are the things that I do at night. You know, watching TV or whatever. Just, you know, play with that. And then I color and fussy cut. That's what I love to do. Just as an extra kind of, you know, just... if you don't want to sit down and do nothing, which I'm very bad at. So
So you're always on the go, Elsa. You're always preparing.
You know, I'm always doing something. Yeah, sitting still is not my best idea, I have to say. And then I have that branch here. I can put it here on the side. You see, and the other one I had, and that's actually here, that's the antler. That's also one of the die sets. Oh. You see, I can put that there. And that's just, I like that touch that I had on the other one. Oh, a little bit too much glue, probably. I need to add something there. Can you see? And that's just that make that pocket a little bit more interesting. Yeah. And then I can add, you know what I have here? I have the little hearts that's in one of the sets. So they're nice. I'm going to kind of tie that together. And then, you know, you have a page for your pocket. And what you can do with this system, sometimes people say, oh, you know, I'm stuck. That's totally fine. Then you leave it and you come back to it later. Because that's, you know, we say that with the planners we have, it is creative freedom. So you want to do whatever you want to do. And if you think, okay, you know, I might not like it, then you come back to it. And on the other hand, although you don't want to waste any paper, but it's also a loose leaf system. So if you really make a page that you think, that's not how I want it to be, you can remove it. But honestly, that doesn't happen a lot because you can start, you can keep playing. So you can add some ink, you can add little details. So that's all up to you, of course.
Yes.
So now I can and what you do then, you can just slide this in. And then I can see, but again, I might change the order that it's in because I kind of always look, okay, does this, well, that look nice, that looks nice. You see, so I can actually slide this one in here. So that's all up to you. And then you can make it as thick as you want to, because if you look at the first one I made, and that one has been on Hochanda before, but look at that, you see? So there's a lot in here. This was during our quarantine time in Canada when I made this when we were visiting the kids. But I love and it's all small projects, and that's what's so nice about it. So it's super relaxing. So you die cut, you color, you stencil. There's all kind of creativity in there, and that's just what I love to do.
That is absolutely beautiful demonstration. I'm loving all the colours coming through, which is lovely. Els, are you okay just if we just give everyone a quick reminder and we can preset and come straight back to you in a moment or two? Would that be okay?
Absolutely, and if I don't have time to finish this demo, the second one, I can just go on in the second hour. So yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect. Thank you very much indeed, Els. I love Els. I'm looking forward to 8 o'clock hour together as well. So we've got loads to get through this evening. Now, if you are just tuning in with us, a very good evening to us. We are 40 minutes into our brand new one-day special, and over 40%, I know, already within 40 minutes has already gone. Now, let's just break down the saving for you, because it's a huge saving if you go for the entire collection. Now, the stamps themselves, just down here, you can get those on their own if you wanted to. Now, that will give you 55 stamps that you're looking at here. Now, that's £58.94. In that bundle there's a £7 saving if you want to go for those. You can do 228584, and you've got all those lovely characters that you can see. The elements as well, the florals that you've just been seeing as well, that Els has been working with. I'm loving our little fluffy friends down here as well. The bird, and we've got our lovely little owl. We've got the gorgeous blocking numbers as well that are in there. So there's a huge amount. Loving these. We've not seen these working yet, but I'm sure when we get to the frosty patterns, I know they're going to look fantastic as well, whatever Els does with those. So that's a fantastic offer. Now, we've also got the dies. Now, the dies do work, as you'll see, with some of the stamps that go with those, but great on their own as well. You can see those elements there that Els was working with, those little floral elements that she was adding in. You've also got the other numbers. You've also got the tags. You've got the houses that go through, all these other parts that you can add into the journal. You've also got the Christmas trees that was mentioned, and the snowflakes. You've got the winter as well, and the actual labels that go on the side. And I love that, Central. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, the die bundle, that comes with a £9 saving also as well. Now, putting those two savings together, that's £16 saving for the dies and the stamps as well. Now, if you add that onto the actual special with all of that, it's a £23 saving that you could be looking at with all those elements together. OK, you add that to the 16 that you're getting, that's a £39 saving that you've got. Now, if you're a Freedom member, listen to your saving as well. We actually give you a £53, I think it is also altogether there. So it's £53 and £24 saving, plus that also includes your postage and packaging, which is really a why not deal. And then you can also enjoy the rest of your free P&P for the rest of the month, of course. Now, that, by the way, is not just everything you're getting in the complete bundle. You're also going to be getting the fabulous paper pad as well. Now, that's 13 sheets in the paper pad themselves, which is absolutely fantastic. I will tell you, it is so busy on its own. I mean, you can already see, I mean, the images that you're going to get. I'll just whip through these fairly quickly for you, but they are absolutely stunning. Now, we are approaching a third of the stock on these paper pads, but they are beautiful on their own, like you say. £11.99 and absolutely phenomenal papers. 086928, and that's still not it, by the way, with the paper pads dies themselves. You're also going to be getting on top of that all those fabulous stencils that are all going to be part of that as well that you can see. Now, the stencils individually have sold out. So your only way of getting those that you've seen that Elves has been working with is part of the complete collection that is there for you, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, that saving is all on item code 340038, and that for the complete saving of everything. And we're looking at extended delivery, so it's going out from the 11th of December. So you've still got plenty of time to get them in time for any festive work that you would like to carry on with, of course, which is phenomenal. We've also, what was that, sorry? Oh, yes, we have. These are the dies that was also mentioned as well by Elves, and these are your decorative inserts. So you've got the floral insert and the decorative to go with those. There's 14 dies in total. That on its own has got a £9 saving for you, so that takes them down to just £21.98. 733 719 is your item code if you'd like to go for those, which is absolutely perfect. Now, we've also been looking at, and I'll put those back in there in a second. We've also got the fabulous journal covers. We're starting with the ochre. Now, I don't know, I know there's a lot of interest already on the cool grey, but we'll find out where we are if there's any stock of that left in a second. So if you're interested, grab it right now. Starting with the ochre that you can see. Really lovely. Again, the colours that you saw that Elves was bringing out with the colours of the papers, all of that is lovely. A quarter of the stock of this has already gone. £12.49, 030962. Cool, full or cool? Cool grey, having a full-on moment there. £12.49 for the cool grey, 197073. Beautiful colour. We are approaching 60% of the cool grey for the journal for this one. So please get that one if you are really interested in this one as soon as you can. We've got for you the vintage brown. The Elizabeth Craft Designs is on the back for you there from the vintage brown that you can see, just £12.49, 197073. And you could see, couldn't you, that when they really bow out, so that, as you saw with Elves, it was jam-packed, wasn't it? There was so much in there, which was phenomenal, which is great. And last but not least, we have got the olive. Now, this is beautiful, actually, that you can see. So you've got that wonderful olive green, but in here also you've got that beautiful gold sort of splat effect that's coming through there. £13.49 for this one. 709625. A quarter of the stock has already gone. Now, in the demonstration, as Elves was flicking through one of her journals, she mentioned the washi tape, and it is really popular. You're going to be getting all 12 rolls of here. You've got the thin and you've got the thicker bands to go with. All 12 of these are there for you. 475353. It's always a sellout whenever the washi tape is on there. You don't need a lot of this to make an impact in your project. Just £17.99, and that is for all or 12 of those. Everything else, of course, have a little look, is on the website for you. But if Elves is there, I see that she's ready with another demonstration for us live on Skype. And we've got, what we got, about 7 minutes left, Elves.
Yeah, so just cut me off whenever it's time. I'm just going to start this and then I will finish it in the next one. So that's fine. So what I have here, I have the house die here. So you see this makes pockets. And then that, if you close this, you see that you have like the house there. But so that's super nice. And then here I have the borders. I'm going to work with those. So here you actually see a border that I created using the washi tape. So I did the washi tape on front and back. And then I dyed with it and did some white embossing powder. That is the snowflake, and here you see the winter and the snowflakes word. But then I did another fun thing with washi tape. I cut the two houses out of washi tape.
Oh, that's cool.
You see, so I can... Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
so
I love that.
just made that into funky houses. So I just wanted to share that. So what I'm going to do first, I want to stamp a little bit because I heard you talking about that those stamps here. Yep. So what I'm going to do, I will make a background here. And I'm going to use because the piece I have there, that's a part of the paper that doesn't have a lot of pattern on there. And I'm actually, you know, what I noticed later is that I cut it so that I'm going to hide the trees. I could actually put it this, but you know, both sides are really nice. So that's, you know, choices.
And that's
so
why we've been saying to people, Els, they've got to, if they need to go on anything, add another paper pad to their order. I mean, it's flying out on its own anyway, but you always have that dilemma of which side do I use, but there's so many beautiful images on those pads. If they can, go for both.
Yeah, we get a lot of response about that because the paper is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
So honestly, I stamped it too close. You know, that's fine. I'm just going to leave that there. I pressed too hard in the center, but that's fine for me. I just roughed that up a little bit. So that is the circle.
That's a very cool.
Because I didn't put it on a block, as you see. Yeah, I didn't put it on a block because I kind of like that you can kind of, you know, just stamp it however it's going to show up. So that's fine for me. Let me put this out of the way and get my heat tool. And then you see I have all those. I will show. I don't know if you can see those on the screen, but I have all the houses cut already.
Yeah, we see them.
So that, yeah. And I cut some out of like a cardboard and some of like a corrugated, like just a leftover of a box. I love to kind of use different. Here you see. So here you have that circle. The kind of now, if I actually make a landscape here, I can make a little circle here later, make it into a moon if I want to.
Yeah, lovely.
That could be fun. That could be fun. Then I'm just going to put some tape here, so kind of to make the pocket. And then in that pocket, you can use that. You can use that tag that comes with the die set. Of course, you can also just fill it with pictures. That is up to you. That is up to you. So I'm just doing that. Take this off. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
wait.
Bit of tape, eh? The bane of our lives.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I just need to press it down well. I should use my tweezer. That's so much easier.
I tell you, while you're just doing that, just let people know that we've got the stencils that sold out individually as part of the bundle. They are back on extended, so it's good news. We're looking at now the 14th of December for the stencils on their own. 15.49, 746, 819. So that's good news if you had your heart set on the stencils.
Yeah, you see, so here I made the tag. So what I did, I cut the tag with the inlay and then one solid. So then I can put that behind there. So let me take a thinner tape for that. So kind of, and that goes in the pocket. And then, of course, you can decorate that again. So I'm just making it like simple now, but then I can go back and stencil, put pictures on there. So that's just not a tag to go in there without anything. So I'm just kind of prepping it for later that I can decorate it. I can put a little twine, of course, at the top. But so that's all. And you see kind of the pattern of that die, of that tag is kind of a house as well. Yeah. So that's what I mean. They kind of, you know, it reminds me of like an old Amsterdam, one of those Amsterdam houses that we have in the Netherlands.
Oh, lovely.
There we go, you see. So then you match this up. And what I do, kind of lay it up on the top, hold it like this, and then lay it down. You see, and now this one can go in here, I like you see?
Yeah.
And then decorate it further. And then I have those houses. So this is out of just, let me see. These three are just cut out of like an old box. And I have, well, I have the piece somewhere. But you just tear off one layer of the box. And then you get that. So I have some with gold embossing powder and I have some white. And I think with this one, let me see what I like better. Oh, I kind of like the gold with that. And of course, I use everything later. And what I started to do, I gave them like vellum windows. So I cut a piece of vellum here, especially on this paper, because you kind of see it. If you leave it open, it's dark. And I kind of like that frosty kind of look behind there.
Yeah, I love that sky kind of feeling behind it.
Yeah, exactly. And I might make a little moon there. That should be easy. Or I just make that part yellow or gold or... That's all. That's what I love about it, you know. Just play. Just honestly, just play. That's what I love people to do.
We're going to be running out of time any minute, Els. We've got about 1 minute and 15 seconds together for this hour.
Okay. What I will do, I will finish this one. I will work on it a little bit, finish this one later. But it will get the houses. It will get a snowflake border. I did some trees. You see, I did a tree here with some white.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I'm going to add white there. So I'm going to build that one.
Okay.
I will have it ready for my first demo then at the next hour, okay?
That sounds absolutely brilliant, Els. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to that hour together with you, Els, as well. So I'll see you at 8 o'clock UK time and can't wait for that. Thank you very much for that last hour, though, Els.
Thank you, Scott. It was my pleasure.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I just absolutely adore Els. It's fantastic, isn't it? So she's right here with us in the studio. It is lovely. So your one-day special, over 40% has already now been allocated in its first hour. I really hope you can come back and join us again in that second hour from 8 o'clock for more demonstrations on how you can work with this and really maximise everything you're going to get. If it's in your baskets, please don't forget to check them out. Now's your time to grab it while you can and take advantage of all of those savings, which is absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for your company, of course, in this last hour. Don't go anywhere. More